had some trouble. But Dr. Ajay Alok, if you heard Ashwini ji, Anish Davande and Siddharth Sharma, then I want to ask you, what do you make of Rahul Gandhi's comment when he says, it's not my job to save democracy?
As far as the whole scenario goes about Mr. Rahul Gandhi, there's a word in Hindi. In English, it's called delirium, and in Hindi, it's called chit bhram. This person has been suffering from delirium since 2024 election results. By just winning 99, he thought that he has won the election and he's on the treasury bench, raising all the time hands. Then one after the other. Now, today he was getting help from insiders from Election Commission. All these kind of statements, like earlier we had heard that we are fighting the Indian state. Now I am not going to save democracy, I am not saving democracy. This man is basically gradually turning insane. Gradually, I'll say. So I said delirium. Because the constant loss in election by making a name in the Guinness Book of World Record by losing 96 elections, and the fear of losing dynasty, what you said, your initial key, it's not to save democracy, it is to save dynasty. And he's seeing that gradually this dynasty is getting lost. And all those who say that there is a Vote-Chori or something like that, if you don't have faith in referee, why you play the match? Don't play the match. Now when we say there is good sweat here, when we say that they are Bangladeshis infiltrators from Myanmar, and we need to throw them out, these people start having trouble. Why? Are they your relatives? He constantly wants to create this feeling among the mass of these people that you don't have faith in the constitutional institutions. He wants to have anarchy on the street. Today, in the evening, this Gen Z, the line of Gen Z came, that I am standing with the youth of this country and Gen Z of this country. When the Gen Z appears, Gen Z appeared in Nepal, and what they did. That kind of ruckus he wanted in this country. Is he responsible? So people of this country should be aware that what his malintentions are. And how dangerous he is for the whole democracy.
Faizan bhai, before I come to you, I want to bring in Tushar for a quick comment, then I'm coming to you. That's the tweet by Rahul Gandhi, Desh ki Gen Z. And this comes from someone who, faces charges of being or representing Gen D, D for dynasty, and Gen E for entitlement, if you will. Tushar, it is not Rahul Gandhi's job to save democracy. It is not his job to be civil about institutions. It is not his job to be graceful in public conduct. What is his job then?
His job is to feel miserable. His job is to become insufferable because of the number of defeats he's encountered in the last 10 years, Pranesh. He's appealing to the Gen Z, hoping what? The Gen Z doesn't buy into his narrative. The Gen Z doesn't buy into his wealth distribution narrative. The Gen Z doesn't buy into his caste-based economic mapping narrative. The Gen Z doesn't resonate with Rahul Gandhi. It's that simple. Is he trying to evoke a sentiment where everyone gets on the roads and follows, the Nepal model? It's not going to happen in India. Somehow, Pranesh, all these Congress leaders, workers, commentators, they're having these wet dreams since they have seen this anarchist revolt unfold in Nepal. They think Indian state is not formidable and the same can happen here. No, the Indian state is robust. The electoral system is robust. If people do not like a leader, they vote him out. And that is what they've been doing with Rahul Gandhi's party for the last 11 years. They did not like him. They keep voting him out and they'll vote him out in the future as well. About his presser, he is saying that a large-scale omission of the electors cannot happen, and had it happened, we would have lost. So he's admitting that his booth-level agents aren't sleeping. They are not caught napping. They are not unaware. So when we raise the same question after his first presser, that large-scale addition of voters cannot happen as you're claiming because the BLOs and the BLAs will detect it, he was quiet. Today, in his own presser, he's disproven what he said in the previous presser. This man is not a serious politician. He's ridiculing himself. The next presser, he'll disprove what he said today. This is what Rahul Gandhi is. Contradictions, confusions, that's the Congress.
Ashwini ji, कुछ बोल रहे हैं. Ashwini ji.
Your whole election process is have fair election in the country, and you will see the popularity of Rahul Gandhi ji. You can brag here anything. But
Ashwini ji, this is not about popularity. This is about credibility. And Tushar, I'm coming to you. credibility, it seems, is at its lowest when it comes to Rahul Gandhi, because he began the presentation today, or whatever briefing you want to call it, by saying, look, I love my country. I have all the proof. If you have to say all of this before you begin to speak, then it just tells you about the state of mind. By the way, this is not just rhetoric. He mentioned about the Rajura Assembly constituency in Maharashtra, alleging that over 6,850 voters were fraudulently added to the assembly elections. The Tehsildar there has released a statement. He said, we found this out, that there were discrepancies. We filed an FIR. तो अश्विनी जी, ये प्रेजेंटेशन तो ठीक है, लेकिन उसमें 2+2 4 भी तो होना चाहिए.
Pranesh, I want to ask you, is it your job to save democracy or not?
Of course.
If your job is to save democracy, then you should be asking the right questions.
I am asking the right question.
Are we having a transparent?
I am asking you the right question. What is the proof? What is this thing about the Rajura Assembly constituency in Maharashtra? बताइए आपने आपके लीडर ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया, बताइए वहां क्या प्रॉब्लम है. तहसीलदार ने उनको फैक्ट चेक कर दिया है.
डिलीट करने की कोशिश की. अगर किसी ने ऑनलाइन से कैसे भी 6,000 वोट डिलीट करने की कोशिश की है, तो क्या वो क्रिमिनल केस नहीं है? क्या इलेक्शन कमीशन को उसकी इंक्वायरी नहीं करनी चाहिए?
देखिए तहसीलदार क्या बोल रहे हैं. अश्विनी जी सुन तो लीजिए. तुषार,
Pranesh, Ashwani ji is saying कि आप इलेक्शन प्रोसेस ट्रांसपेरेंट कराइए, फिर देखिए राहुल गांधी की पॉपुलैरिटी. राहुल गांधी को इलेक्शन कमीशन पर भरोसा नहीं है. Why doesn't Rahul Gandhi resign as an MP, sign the affidavit, fight this out in the Supreme Court, and then ask for a new election? If he doesn't believe in the Election Commission of India, what stops him from resigning? चलिए देख लेते हैं उसकी पॉपुलैरिटी कितनी है. अश्वनी जी की बात मान लेते हैं, वो कोर्ट में अपना तर्क प्रूफ कर दे, इलेक्शन लड़े दोबारा से, देखिए जनता उनका कितना साथ देती है. आप ब्रैग कर रहे हैं भाई साहब, हम तो आपको फैक्ट्स दे रहे हैं, आपको लॉजिक दे रहे हैं, आपको नंबर्स दे रहे हैं. ब्रैगिंग तो आप कर रहे हैं.
And this is
क्योंकि
not
आपके
just
पास
about-
रीजनिंग के नाम पे तो कुछ नहीं है.
कुछ नहीं है. रजूरा में भी कुछ नहीं है. कर्नाटका का जो सीट है उसमें भी कुछ नहीं है. विल कम टू दैट. बट लेट्स ब्रिंग इन फैजान किडवे. फैजान भाई, you see, opposition leaders also have a role in saving democracy, like every Aam Aadmi. For the leader of opposition to say this, don't you find this reckless?
Good evening, Pranesh. Good evening to you and to the fellow panelists. See, first of all, when Bharatiya Janata Party talks about democracy and constitution, then they should know that the ideological parent RSS once said that those who have come to power by the kick of fate may given a hands their tricolor, but it will never be accepted by the Hindus. The goal is their ideological guru Golwarkan is drifting and drafting essay. He says choosing Tiranga over Bhagwa is intellectual vacuum. So these people have no moral authority to lecture anybody when it comes to democracy. And Pranesh, this is how democracy was murdered in Uttar Pradesh during the bypolls. The government of for Yogi Adityanath used police force and administration to make sure that voters do not reach the polling booths so that he can win the election, his party can win the election. This is the way BJP functions. So we finally have to stand up. The people of India, the youth of India is finally standing up against the dictatorial approach of Yogi Adityanath, Mr. Narendra Modi and BJP at large. So questioning BJP and holding them accountable is important. Unfortunately, when you talk about the election commission,
the BJP, hold them accountable, do everything. No one is has a problem in doing that. That's not my question. I am saying, first of all, how can someone say, imagine Akhilesh Yadav is asked a question and he says कि लोकतंत्र की रक्षा करना मेरी जिम्मेदारी नहीं है. वो ऐसा कभी नहीं बोलेंगे. कोई नहीं बोलेगा. आप भी नहीं बोलेंगे. अनीश ने तो बोल दिया, आई एम नॉट हियर टू डिफेंड एवरीथिंग. कैसे बोल सकते हैं वो? बट अश्विनी जी बोलेंगे क्योंकि उनको तपस्या करनी है. सिद्धार्थ शर्मा जी ने भी पोल खोल दी कांग्रेस पार्टी की. वो बोल रहे हैं कांग्रेस बीजेपी में फिक्स मैच है. अब मैं फैजान भाई आपसे एक लार्जर सवाल पूछ रहा हूं. देखिए, बीजेपी को आप सवाल पूछ सकते हैं, लेकिन इलेक्शन कमीशन को ऐसे चोर बोलना विदाउट एनी प्रूफ, उन्होंने जो भी इंस्टेंसेस दिए, अब देखिए महाराष्ट्र में वो कह रहे हैं कि रजूरा में क्या हुआ. अब यहां तो पता लग रहा है तहसीलदार ने जो जवाब दिया है, that there was an attempt to defraud the election commission. The Tehsildar filed a complaint before polls. And like Tushar is saying, what are the booth level agents doing of the Congress party? वो कब जगेंगे?